a clinician more than a musician. My flow rare like a first edition. Report for dismission. Everything I ever thought of, it came to fruition. King of the transition. We never switch and peep the acquisition, no omission. Your lyrics dry it in the prepare for collision. Then the satellite that's on an orbiting mission.
I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget we on a mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in the kitchen. I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget we on a mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in the
in the only building this franchise has ever known. We're at the home of the Texans. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. So amidst the food and family gatherings, there's one more football game to be played, and we're away on Thanksgiving night. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Handoff on 2nd and short. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. It was Andre Sisco who hauled him down there. Nothing for them on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd and 1.
Hey, as much as I love talking about these physical matchups, right now this is psychological. This adds some layers to this 3rd down call. Do you try your hand at another run and hope it fares better? Tougher to go back to it again when it just gets stuffed.
Why Tony?
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Here we go.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right.
Wideout's getting involved in the ground game. Trying to find some positive yardage. He's across the 45. And it's a really nice gain on the reverse. That call came at the perfect time. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Didn't take a rocket scientist to know, Kate. They wanted to get the ball in this guy's hands any way they could, not just in the passing game, and he just showed you why. This defense not prepared for his impact on the ground.
It's caught Metcalf. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains. There's absolutely nothing he could do in that situation, Kate. Defense broke through so quickly they had him dead to rights soon after he got the ball in his hands.
At the 20-yard line.
Offense to the line for second down.
Here we go.
Completed to Collins. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here.
Hey.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out.
11.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. And the Jaguars have it as he records the first interception of his young career. Well, how quickly things can change. They were looking so good just a couple of plays ago, and suddenly, not anymore. A red zone look comes up empty with that interception.
I think the pressure got to him there, Kate. And I don't even mean all those pass rushers, although they were certainly coming too. I mean the pressure of being 3rd down in the red zone. That's where you got to slow yourself down as a quarterback and know you've got to simply protect the football.
Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Lawrence now off the play action. Flushed out of the pocket. One's complete, right side. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful. From the shotgun, Lawrence. That's brought in by Miller. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
All right, set now, 1st and 10.
Hey, go! Here we go.
Now Lawrence on the play fake. Bails out of the pocket quick. That is caught by Brian Thomas Jr. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
First and 10 from the 41.
All right, let's go. Hey, kill! Red.
They'll give this up the middle to Etienne. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Hey, Lion!
Lawrence working from the gun. Connection made. Travis Etienne. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Will Anderson Jr. in on the stop.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Lawrence. He has the first over the middle. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. They get 6 and a first down as well.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Easy. Read a 44. Read a 54.
They kick the running back in motion. That'll be the end of one here in our Thanksgiving night game. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. Back for the second quarter. It's Jaguar football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Inside handoff goes to Etienne. And he gets him around 6 there. Derek Stingley putting that play to bed. He made it 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Etienne again. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
They've worked it downfield very well to begin the drive. It's 1st and 10 at the 28.
Hey, Ron.
Now toss it to Etienne.
Well, you often see some mix, some high percentage pass plays on 1st and 10. You got to keep the defense honest. They're always looking for a run in that situation and a chance to stack them up for 2nd and long.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Safe right.
Lawrence to throw it. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Hey. 11.
Now it's Lawrence. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that's a Jaguar first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Lisa 24. 11.
Here's Etienne on 1st down. And for the moment, that's going to be a touchdown. Whether it will stand, though, well, that depends on the call on this flag. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond.
Red on red. Here we go.
Play action on 1st down. Into the hands of Romeo Dobbs. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short.
13, Luke.
Here's ETN. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars get the game's first points here in the second. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. Cam Little to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. On now is Cook to kick this away. Return coming from the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Another carry for him. Still going. And he has this all the way across to the opposing 45. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Oh, hey. Hey, south.
Stroud off the play fake. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. Well, no look on his first look of the game. So it's 2nd down coming up.
You know what I like about this shot down the field, Kate? It keeps a defense honest. They know defensively, if we overcommit, we could get burned deep.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Here we go. Flash. Hey, uno more.
To the air, Stroud. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Throwing on 3rd and long. That's caught for the 1st. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it sets up a Houston 1st.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Hey, uno.
1st down, Stroud. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Nico Collins, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And they stop him after a pickup down to the 24. Give him 4 yards as we have hit our 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at NRG. The Texans facing a deficit near the break. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now.
Here we go, let's go. White, Tony. Hey.
Shotgun now for Stroud. Escapes the pocket. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Kaimi Fairbairn out there now to try a field goal for the Texans on this 4th down. Ball on the left hash for this 41-yarder.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Hey, let's go.
They're going play action. That's taken in by Etienne. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there and netted some positive yards.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Hey, line.
Now give. It's Etienne headed left. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
13, Luke. Here we go.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He'll get this to Etienne. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
1st and 10 from the 41.
Rip, 23.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Etienne on the catch. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Hey, easy, route.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Taken in by Dobbs. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They've got 1st down from the 31.
Hey, run.
Sticking in the air with Lawrence. Chased out to his right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
Hey. Silver.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. Cut by Miller. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Lisa 24.
Throwing now, 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Offense set for a 1st and 10.
Red on red. 11.
Running it here with Etienne. And he's able to bring this one down to the 4-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Hey, go!
Now Lawrence on the play fake. He rolls to his right. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, let's go.
Lawrence in the pistol. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Red 23.
Man in motion here.
Here we go.
Lawrence working from the gun. Finds Miller, complete. Oh, this big guy is moving. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Big gap up the middle. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. So now, after the penalty, it's 1st and 15. Back to throw. Here's Lawrence. Brought in close to the 8. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Hey, easy. Route.
Etienne has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Thankfully, not a big loss last play. They're at the 2, 2nd and goal. One more time with Etienne. And he's brought down for a loss. Working quickly here. Lawrence on 3rd and goal. Vacates quickly left side. To the edge of the end zone. Oh, it's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So now they're left with 4th and goal.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. Got to shake it off and keep on firing.
Cam Little getting the call on 4th down here to put 3 up for the Jaguars. A very short kick here from the right hash. The kick by Shudak is good. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And he gets him into a good spot, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40-yard line. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
Thank you, Texan. Good. Good.
Throwing is Stroud. Connects on the crosser. He goes the distance. Touchdown, Houston! The Texans start the 2nd half with some needed points. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a 1-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Here's Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Texans tie things 10-10. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, 30 left.
Lawrence looking to throw. That's going to be caught by Mitchell. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. On the run, it's Etienne. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Third down, 1 yard to go.
These are 24.
From the shotgun, Lawrence hits his running back. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Red on red. Here we go.
Lawrence now off the play action. Throw right side, and Dobbs has it. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
Hey, go, go! Go, go!
They'll motion him out of the backfield. First down throw, Lawrence setting up the running back screen. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short.
All right, let's go. Here we go.
From the gun, ETN gets it. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for first and 10.
Lion, Lion. All right, here we go. Done.
Empty backfield now. The running back motions out left. He's on the move. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. This one intended for the running back. And now they face second down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Red, 23.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. That's brought in by Miller. And they're going to take this in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars take a third-quarter lead. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. On now is Cook to kick this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. 11, 11, 11.
Stroud. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
How How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Hey, south. Hey, uno more.
Stroud from the pistol. Looking to his fullback now. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Give him 32 on the play. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
On the quick, right?
Lone back gets the handoff. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Putting a receiver in motion. Second and 10 now. Metcalf there to bring it in. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Finding Collins. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. One quarter left until we see who wins this game. And in honor of Coach, enjoy some turducken this fine Thanksgiving night. The Texans have it to start, coming in trailing on the scoreboard. They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1.
What's that?
Oh, fullback's got it. Look at the power. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Texans now trailed by just a point in the 4th. So a chance to tie it up again here in the 4th. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
They're out and set, 1st and 10.
On red. Silver.
Here's ETN to begin the drive. And he'll push forward for a small gain to the 31. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Hey, easy. Route.
Lawrence to throw it. Short pass caught by his tight end. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. He picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard.
Hey, run.
It's a design boot. Finds a man, right side. They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
New set of downs for him at the 38.
Hey.
They'll try it left with ETN. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Lawrence throwing here. Pass him on the quick hitter. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10.
Red on red. Hey, I'm gun.
Now a give left side. And the defense not caught off guard at all. They track him down after a small gain. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their 1st. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Yeah, it's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
Has it at the 7. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they could be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
On now is Cook to kick this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Oh, hey. Hey, uno.
Give now to the running back. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
No. Look the hot, look the hot.
First down, Stroud. He's got Watson. And he goes out, just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Running for the marker on second. A solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out. That one gains 7. And it sets up a Houston first.
No, it's not a running back, but it's a receiver carrying across the marker, Kate. I'm not even calling this a trick play anymore. It's about maximizing your resources and your asset, and this receiver shows you he can be a tool as a running back.
Hey, uno.
They'll run here on first down. And he'll advance this down to the 38-yard line. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now.
All right. Hey, uno.
From the 38. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
We've learned how valuable sacks in a pass rush are in today's NFL. It's a bit surprising, isn't it, Kate, that that's their first sack of the game, but they found other ways to produce success on both sides of the ball, and they finally pick up a much-needed sack on that stat sheet.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down.
Why, Tony? 19 Texan.
Back to throw it. To the sideline. Collins brings it in. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Two timeouts plus the 2-minute warning for them to use, Brock. Here's 1st and 10.
11.
They send a man in motion.
Hey, south.
And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. They'll have to come up with 5 extra yards now after that first down flag.
Ow, that's right. 2J.
Running it after the penalty. And they make the play at the 23, a gain of only a little. Only 3 on the gain. It's now 2nd and 12.
Hey, uno Mars.
That takes us to the 2-minute warning in Houston. Texans losing by 7. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Here we go. Parky. Hey.
Here's Stroud. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
All right. Look the hot, look the hot. Hey, uno. Why Tony? Good.
Throwing now. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Looking for the back that time. So that brings up 4th and long.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th.
Right? 19 Texan. 11. Good.
Now to throw. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Hey, let's go. Here we go.
They'll give this up the middle to Etienne. And he won't win the race to the outside. That one's bobbled up at the line. Houston calls it 2nd timeout. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
On 2nd down, it's Etienne. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Final timeout called by the Texans. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40.
On red. Here we go.
Here's Etienne on 1st down. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
I don't know, Kate. I didn't think he had it. But that back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the 1st down. Pops up right away and signals 1st down.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Etienne again. And his short run's going to get them into enemy territory to the 49. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. So they take a knee here, and they stay perfect on the season. Another victory added on to their streak.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Jaguars, the visitors in this one, but they take home the win. And they're going to get to celebrate both the Thanksgiving holiday and the victory over the coming days, with more time than normal coming up between games. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Jaguars, as we'll see you next time from Houston.